This is Arthur's contact experience that he wrote in 14 pages in his notebook, right after his return trip from planet Acart in 1958. It began when he was in the local region in Brazil, where he was doing some photographic job. I was walking on foot on the highway in the direction of the city of Sarandi. It was already dark, when I saw this strange and luminous object near the ditch of a farm. I left the street and went closer to verify to see what it was, and as I saw no life near the object, I went closer, and within 10 meters, I saw people. Immediately they pointed a bright light on me that blinded me, and I lost consciousness for about half to 1 hour. When he woke up, he was in a white room, reminding him of a hospital, but soon understood he was inside a craft. After some time he was taken out and saw a city not as different as those of Earth, but the high houses was of metal in many colors. He was imprisoned in a room, where he got some food, meat and bread as he was very hungry. Later he found out that their visit was for collecting grains and vegetables for their experiments, and they judged him to be a farmer. The commander decided to take me with them, despite their laws said not to do so. Their ship was 30 meters in diameter, moved by solar energy. What are those people from Acart like? I could say much like us, but only more pale, whiter than those of Earth. All I saw had hair color of straw, but a few had dark hair. Medium in body stature, and greater than ours. They talked in a German tongue, but could speak many tongues of Earth, and had learned it by visiting Earth. Many similar races have observed us, and can be here undetected. He was then taken to another place, and they brought him outside, which were crowded of people walking the streets, but he saw no kind of cars or any kind of vehicles. He wore a cape that he had gotten from them. Nothing then separated him out from the others. Suddenly he looked up and saw lots of crafts in the sky. One suddenly shot down from above, to a terrace of a house so quick that he was sure it would crash into it. But it had seemingly full control. Later he was advised to a room reminding him of a hotel room, with a bathroom, but the shower came more like gas than water, because it was so light. He got clothes from them after the bathing, but felt like a clown in them, as they were strange, he remarks in his writings. He was then taken into a new conference room where another group discussed what seemed to be just talking about him. One of them spoke to him in German, which he did understand. This man was 2 meters tall. He remarked a girl aged 20 there, and all were so white pale-skinned, as he says it seemed they had been inside for years, he remarks in his writing. Arthur's own father was German, and his mother was Portuguese living in Brazil. He was offered a drink, but didn't dare to drink it. Arthur asked if they were Germans, and got the answer they were all Acartians. He said his visit there was almost accidental, nobody having planned to take any Earthlings there, and that he would be brought back within 10 days. Neither was they allowed to bring any Earthlings to their planet, so the captain who did take him from Earth, he was punished for it. He later found out that he had to work in a mine for some time as punishment. He was with them having a meal, and they all talked together after eating, but only one of them he was able to talk to in German. His name was Acart. Their way of greeting was not to shake hands, but place a hand on each other's shoulders. For the persons they knew very well, they used both hands. They underlined they believed in God and remarked that he, or there, the visitor, was having doubts. Later he was taken into a smaller ship, UFO-like, with a cabin with a pilot, and looking out the windows was a wonderful view, and he was brought to another city, the main city called Khan, a city so big and marvelous that the Earthman was speechless. Because of all the crafts flying around so near and never collided, as he supposed they would have many times. They looked more like small flying camping trailers in view. He was later told that these ones could go up to 10,000 kilometers high. They landed on top of a big house. It was a big rooftop, he said. It looks like a sports field. Which was where his host lived with his family. Well, each flat seemed to have terrace as a personal landing platform for those personal flying camping trailers. Inside he got a demonstration of a kind of apparatus where his host could talk to a woman seeming living inside it. It was a shock for Arthur to view. Well, it's not so strange today because now we also have picture phones, but theirs seemingly was of a 3D kind. Remember, this was in the late 50s, when only primitive black and white TV was seen rarely on Acart. This woman was his wife, who soon came in. She was also quite tall, blue eyes and shoulder-long hair of straw color. The child with her was of 12 years old. It was their son, and he was clothed just as he was from Earth, and he was very curious on the stranger from Earth. Both the boy and his mother also asked questions to Arthur, that Acart translated. The boy stayed with them much of the time he was by visit of this family. He didn't understand his talking in German, though his father translated some of it. Arthur also saw that the furniture in their day room was fixed with the walls. Then he was shown more of the big city they were in. They called the governor spiritual ruler of their planet, the son of the sun. Later he told him of their long ongoing space traffic, most of it to Earth, for collecting plants and other materials. He gave him this comparison between the two planets. One Acartian year is similar to 675 days of Earth. 1 month on Acart is similar to 61 days, 8 hours of Earth. 1 Acart week is similar to 9 days 14 hours on Earth. 1 Acart hour is similar to 7 hours, 40 minutes on Earth. Planet Acart rotates more slowly than Earth, around itself, so a day and night was much longer than here on Earth. So the nights and sleep time were normally 17 hours. Their main purpose for visiting Earth was to try to develop plants for more effective production of food, and especially wheat, which they seemed to have problems with according to what they told me. They thought that he was farmer planting wheat, and that they could learn some useful information from him.